it's tough. It really
Somber.
on some right and on some level, and I'm being very honest when I say this, it feels like a breakup. You're feeling some of the emotions of a breakup. I don't know if that's silly to say, but because what happens when you break up, right? You this idea of this future that you thought you were going to have together with this person, this vision that you had built, it dies, right? It goes up in flames. It's gone, and you're faced with the fact that you have to start over, right? And it's probably going to suck for a little while. It's going to be lonely. And it's going to be tough. But you also know at the end of the day, you're probably going to find somebody new, and life is going to go on. And a lot of the same emotions here, right? A lot of uncertainty. You always kind of, and I'm being honest when I say this, for the last year and a half felt comfortable because you had that like that protection with Chris Jericho, like a comforting, like a what do you say, like with the kid there, he loves his blanket. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
warm
Like something like
blanket.
that,
Yeah, of course.
right? And now that I don't know that it's gone, we don't know what's going to be happening here, but certainly at the moment, you know what I mean. Sometimes you have to walk away. Sometimes you have to walk away and blaze a new path. It is Saturday
So my question to you
afternoon.
is, oh, we can't see it as well as I wanted to. Hold on right here. Is it the dissolution of jazz? Do you think it's the end of jazz? This is you yelling at your friend Chris. Chris, big dog, big puppy dog eyes here. Very upset.
Yeah, it looks like a real beaten dog. Huh?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, you all said your piece. You all walked away, right? But it's
I
not.
saw him sharing. Sorry, I saw him sharing some stuff on Instagram. There's some memes, pretty funny. Like Pablo
Oh, I saw.
from Narcos, but it's him in like Hager's hat, just sitting on
The best one I saw, the best one I saw
the
was
swing.
it's him and they green screened him obviously, and it's the last episode of French Prince of Bel Air where it's just Will in the house by
Yes,
himself.
yes, 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 yes.
So
Oh,
good.
when Parker did his bit, and I'm watching him, and I see him like putting on this face, like he's putting on a face. I'm like, what is? I'm like, I've seen that face before, and then I'm like, oh, this is Will Smith from Fresh Prince from that scene.
Yeah.
I said it to him in the back, not called him out, but I was like, you were doing Fresh Prince, Will Smith with Uncle Phil when his dad left him, and he goes, yeah, I was. I go, why? And
Was
then
that
you
when he
put that
goes,
thing.
how come he doesn't want me, man? And then he gives his Uncle
Yes,
Phil a big
exactly.
hug. Yeah, come
Dude,
on.
he was doing the exact same face. It was wild. Um,
Debchev said that your promo was from the heart and it made him tear up a little bit.
yeah, it was real. It was real. Honestly, I had so much more that I want to say that was planned to be said, but sometimes plans change, and it's just what it was. A lot of people needed to speak in a certain amount of time to get it done in, and so I didn't get to say it all. And also some other people had said some stuff right before me. Not that I was going to say the same thing, but I was going to take it in the same type of direction. And on the fly, I was like, oh, I got to cut that because I mean, we are still doing a television program here, right? Like these people don't need to see the same promo 5 times in a row
Yeah, of
in the
course,
opening
everybody had
segment.
to make their own like
So
little promo unique, right? And then
right,
you're second to last, so a lot's been said.
dude, exactly. You just nailed it. So on the fly, I was like, okay, that's got to go, that's got to go. And then as I'm talking, I just here I'll give you a little backstory. Okay, I knew what I was. This is very real, by the way. Um, I'm going over. I don't know what happened. I'm going over the promo in my head, maybe an hour before we're gonna go out, like put my ideas together and like do like a rough go through it. You know what I mean? And dude, that opening line, that this guy was my childhood hero. I just tears. I don't know, tears. And this is what I kind of like attribute it to, like when I'm because I knew it was like a somber moment. That's what the moment called for, and I was like, so all day, kind of before the show, I kind of put myself in that headspace, like just calm. Normally I'm upbeat, can be loud, annoying, joking, and it was the same thing when we did that the one with Chris and the painting there from a couple weeks ago. So same type of vibe. I had to be low energy right before doing that, so but that's just what I had to do to get in that headspace. And so as I'm going over the promo, I just start crying, crying. Not even about the part about my son and my wife, this and that in our story. And then I was like, oh, is this acting? is that what like actors do to get into a place to go, pull off the emotions that they need to? I don't know, but anyway, so all that to say, like when I was out there, I did get choked up when I got to my son, and it's the same thing as last year when I told that story in the Blood and Guts promo after Blood and Guts. It just got me because when I think back to that time, the stress of it, and Chris was a huge help. It's very real, not just Chris. There's obviously other people.
Yeah, but that
Who,
podcast was a huge deal when
you know,
Chris called you to do Talk
yeah,
is Jericho. And that was at a
oh yeah,
moment in time where I think you had just done Conan's podcast, and any lifeline that was given to you was taken. And I mean, when Chris Jericho gives you one, it's like the lifeline, and it's
you
almost
know,
like,
you know what,
do you feel like that whole journey's coming to an end now, Or
yeah,
a chapter of that journey?
what's funny is that was all done very strategically, in a way, like the people that put it together put us in touch with Chris. It'll be like, oh, you're going to go to Chris, do the podcast. He's going to love you and help you get into AEW. And after the podcast, that is what was going to happen. But we had already gotten there. He had no idea though, right? We were trying to keep it hush hush. But yeah. People knew that we'd hit it off, And then lo and behold, like 6 months later, he takes us under his wing to start this. Man,
Who
he's played such a part in the last 2 years.
who told you what gift to buy, Chris?
The what the
What gift did you
the
bring?
vodka? The vodka?
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
mean,
right.
you're winking, so it's you. I don't remember, but I have a lot of CTE. Little details like that get lost.
Yeah, you brought him a bottle of Absolute
Yeah,
Vodka because I know that it's his
okay.
favorite.
The Grey Goose, and
Grey
we also
Goose.
brought
Sorry.
some maple syrup. Last year, this is a funny little story. Last year it's Chris's birthday, and so I get him some more Grey Goose. I show it to Enzo. Hey, I'm getting Chris this for his birthday, and he goes. I go, just like show that I appreciate him or whatever. And he goes, Enzo looks at the bottle. He goes, wait, did you get the little one? Not appreciating him that much. So I go back into the store and get the big one.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to Chris Jericho's house. You're gonna give him, what was the 750 milliliter one?
I don't remember what, but it was one of the smaller ones.
The only
so
reason...
this was full gear weekend, and I'm bringing him the gift. I exchange it right 2 minutes later. I go in, bills, exchange it, get the bigger one. So I put it into the locker room. Chris tells me after, comes, thanks me, whatever. He goes, 2 gifts in there from Daddy Magic and from JWoww.
Oh wow!
Jersey Shore.
Oh, because of
Wild.
I forgot his name.
Zach Clayton, who just left
Zach
me a
Clayton.
DM on Instagram. I got to get to it.
Oh, Zach Clayton. So, while that was going on, some stuff happened in the chat that I have to mention.
Oh, please.
You said that I don't know if we want to put an end to our chat about Chris, but it's ongoing. It's not like it's the end yet because Chris said maybe to Dawn, so it's not like we're discussing the end of the possibility of the end of Jazz. It's not that it is over, right?
Of course.
Did you like that little clip of the Daddy Magic Show? You probably did. So why don't you check out the full show right here on Twitch and become a sports entertainer. Entertainer.
Baby, I can say sorry all day long. And baby, I can say that I was wrong.